Why am I qualified to speak about the challenges of the expatriate family and successful living abroad? I'm not a therapist. This is really, really important. A lot of people, whenever I've gone to speak, think I'm Dr. Phil. I'm not Dr. Phil. I'm a journalist. I'm a journalist by training. I've been a journalist so long that I don't even want to mention it because you'll turn this off thinking she's way too old to be online. But I've been a journalist a long time, and I felt that, you know what, this is a really good story. What is the story of a family up sticks and going, as they say, moving abroad? What are the challenges, and what needs to be investigated? So as a journalist, that is my qualification for looking into this issue. But I really want to stress that I'm not Dr. Phil, and that if you do indeed have some issues that require professional intervention, it's very important that you seek it. I tell my audiences everywhere this. Your school is a great resource for finding some mental health practitioners in your neighborhood. While we're at it, and I'll get it out of the way, besides not being Dr. Phil, I'm not Barbara Streisand. I've heard this everywhere I go, especially in Asia. People think, oh, it's Barbara Streisand, as if I wish. And I'm also not Bette Midler. This is important. I mentioned before that I speak very fast. Fortunately, you have the opportunity to pause and rewind and listen to me again. I apologize if I am speaking very fast. I'm always trying to cover a lot of information in a short period of time. So I will try to speak relatively slow. The third thing that I always like to tell people, and this is really important, I don't take my own advice. Never have. I write it. Then my friends say to me, Robin, I think you need to reread your own book. I don't take my own advice. I've had to look at my slideshows and thought, oh yeah, that's why my son acted the way he did or my daughter acted that way. And that, of course, leads me to tell you what another major qualification I have for this. I've raised 2 children while we moved overseas. They're third culture kids. I'm going to be talking about that during this lecture series. I've been there, done that, written the books. But most important of all, I'm qualified because I'm a real tough love person. So while I'm going to say to you, gosh, there, dear, it's okay if you've locked yourself in the bathroom because I did that too, or you've gone for a long walk and bought a pack of cigarettes because let me tell you how many expats go back to smoking. It's unbelievable. There is a really strong message that I really do want to deliver, and that's this. Living abroad is a privilege. It is a real privilege to have the opportunity with your family or on your own, with your partner, to be able to move around and do the marvelous things that you do. But just because you're living a privileged life doesn't mean you're not allowed to have challenges. So the whole object of this exercise, the object of my books, the object of my speaking about them is to identify the challenges, to get them out in the open. They're real. I want to make your feelings real, so that when your husband says to you, you're crazy, look at that wife over there, she's doing just fine. Trust me, she's not doing fine. She's on her 3rd gin and tonic. Your feelings are real. This is very, very important. But don't ever lose sight of the fact that it is a privilege to live abroad. Just try to get over it a little faster so that you can enjoy the wonderful time and the wonderful opportunity that you've been given.